congratulations. You have made it to the end of yet another week. And thank you for joining us inside the Treehouse. And as our friend and newly reacquired t-shirt printer Chris Cohn from the Pirate Printing LLC stated, in the Treehouse, there is no knock needed.
How did we not think of that?
Policy. What's that, Trey?
I said, how did we not think of that?
I'm a little mad at myself. I have like a folder on my phone in the notes section of different things or marketing slogans or just, whatever. And I'm with you. How did I not think of no knock? It's like, God damn it. Well, we got it now. And I already told him I'm stealing it. So I think it's okay to steal something once you told someone you're stealing it.
Does that work? That seems like a very white thing that you just said.
I think it works that way with intellectual property, not like with a car.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you just walked into a bank and I'm going to steal all your money, and they're like, "Oh, you said it."
Yeah.
So
no, that's a felony.
Okay, good. I wanted to check and see the rules.
Whereas if I tell the T-shirt guy I'm stealing the slogan you just said, then there's really not a whole lot he could probably do about it.
Yeah. Did he? Is it going on the shirt?
No. It was it was a post that he did on Facebook, and I commented underneath it, I'm stealing that.
Gotcha.
So now, I'm sure legal experts everywhere would say, first of all, you shouldn't admit that. Second of all, you shouldn't refer to it as stealing.
Mm-hmm. And then you left a trail admitting to the theft.
Yeah, I got quite a bit of evidence saying that I stole this thing.
Well, I think if we end up doing a T-shirt that says "No secret knock needed," Chris will be fine with it.
Yeah.
Well, I think he will be as long as we use him to print those shirts.
Exactly. If we went with somebody else,
I think if we called Vistaprint and put that on there, he's going to come after us. Yeah. I'm assuming that's where the pirate comes into it with the printing pirate. So yes, you have made it. It is Friday inside the Treehouse. Time to leave your worries outside. Join us inside the Treehouse. Me, Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trinholm and Raj Sharma. Here we are. It's Friday. Sorry, I'm not as into it as I normally am. I'm not feeling good. We are on the eve of our Treehouse Podcast Treehouse Podcast Roadshow Christmas Party and roast of me at Shakerton's tomorrow afternoon. On a Saturday. We've moved up in the world, gentlemen. No more Friday afternoon roadshows for us. Oh, no. We are doing the Saturday afternoon thing.
Yeah, I feel like Dallas. We've become more responsible. Like we were doing it on the Fridays, like right during happy hour, right when people were getting off work, so people were showing up, having a good time, going, home a little tipsy before the sun went down.
Yep.
And now we're doing it like most soccer moms, like in the middle of the afternoon. There's kids around. We're near a mall. I like it.
Mm-hmm. And we've all got our sippy cups. Which, speaking of which, we will be selling the Treehouse Podcast steel cup tumblers, courtesy of our friends at Spoke Custom. We'll be selling those in person, giving some away as well, and taking orders for more should you want some, in addition to some brand new Treehouse Podcast T-shirts that we will have a limited quantity of tomorrow at Shakerton's 4 to 7 p.m. Very excited about that. Although it doesn't seem like you, Raj, and Trey are as excited about it as I am, because you guys are pretty strategic in our group text. If I send something and neither one of you responds, like when I said, hey, I'm going to wear a Christmas sweater at the party, and I got nothing out of the two of you. Not a word, not a chirp, nothing.
Oh, I didn't know we were supposed to respond. I've been looking for a good one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to a couple places.
I just assumed Trey would show up in a Grinch outfit.
I think and I have something special ordered. I just don't know if it's going to get here today.
That sounds like a fine excuse.
If it does, you'll be impressed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look, I've been looking forward to this for a while, since even right before we announced it, but even more so now because I'm in town now. I made it. I'm in the Airbnb, and we got the party tomorrow, the roast as well. And I guess the two of you are actually going to be festively dressed, and I want to make sure that anyone that comes tomorrow, you too can do the same. It is our Christmas party after all. When we worked at iHeartRadio for years, what was it? It was July 2010 through, it's like for 12 years for me. And Trey, I don't know if in your tenure with us at iHeart, if you ever really were subjected to the client Christmas parties
at iHeart.
Mm-hmm.
No, not a Christmas party.
Yeah.
There's other client events, but no.
See, the CBS parties that we had back in the day, those were Christmas parties. And eventually, as things became more corporate, they locked those down a little bit more. And eventually it was kind of ho-hum. I'm sure it had nothing to do at that time that me and my fellow promotions guys at KVIL were drinking with Terry King on all the drink coupons and drinking 12-year-old and 15-year-old scotch at the Crescent.
Nice.
I'm sure that had nothing to do with the clamping down of Christmas parties. But at least I had a really, really good one under the belt before they really started to restrict things. But at iHeart, I don't really recall an actual iHeart Christmas party, like a company Christmas party, like so many people have at their job. It's like, oh, we're going to have an actual Christmas party and it's fun and everybody lets loose and everyone feels awkward and guilty the following Monday. We didn't have that really at iHeart. Eventually it was just like, you invite the clients in and it was for their enjoyment, their entertainment, and thanking them for all the money that they had, paid for our services throughout the year.
Actually the last Christmas party I went to, which was really my kind of coup de grace with the show. I can't remember if that was a client Christmas party or not. I think it might have been.
Probably was.
Yeah. Don't remember.
Well, no, it was just that literally that was the night. That was when Russ and I had our blow up. It was,
gotcha.
it was something that happened right as we were walking in. And
wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So lots of drama with those Christmas parties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping ours is just going to be filled with fun and festivities. So if you want to dress up, for the occasion, please do. I'm still holding out hope that Raj decides to go as Cousin Eddie, emptying out the chemical toilet. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I don't think he's still seen the movie.
I have not.
If anyone else wants to dress up, please do.
Raj, it is literally on TV every day. Every day.
I know. And I was watching. I turned on the TV this morning, and Gremlins was on, and I was like, "Oh, I've never seen that either." And so I was like, "But why watch it now?" Made it 40 some odd years without watching it. I'm gonna start now. I'm good. I don't know the references. It makes me happy when I see how happy those references make you guys. So there's my joy.
I appreciate that because lesser people would say something like, lesser people would say they don't like seeing other people happy at all. So thank you.
Yeah, no, when you guys together, when you're like, whatever the lines are from the movie, and you can recite them, Dan, I know both of you can verbatim. And I'm pretty sure you guys can go through the entire movie and do it. So if I ever wanted to watch it, I would just have the two of you reenact the movie for me. Like,
I can do that for you.
Yes, that's entertainment. That's why you forget everything. It's because your brain is filled with useless knowledge.
I know it.
Yeah. So
and even my wife has said that. She's like, you how is it you know all these other dumb things, but you can't remember the important stuff? I don't know. Look, my brain doesn't let me decide what I remember and don't remember.
Yeah. So the joy that I see on y'all's faces when you guys crack each other up with references you've heard 55,000 times makes me happy. So why watch? Why spoil it? Why be part of the group? Like when I can just
You know what holiday movie I watched again? And first I thought I didn't like it, and maybe I was like, it was in my drinking days. Maybe Elf is a crappy movie.
Oh
man!
You and Daniel Cook from Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration are cut from the same cloth. He says that he judges people if they say that's their favorite movie.
I don't know if I go that far. I just it's just not it's predictable. It's just not a great movie.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't know what you're expecting from a Will Ferrell movie. Like, I don't
I
know
don't know
what the
I don't know what kind of unpredictability you're expecting out of a Christmas movie. Like, did you think that eventually the elf is going to end up working for the mob? And now, granted, with James Caan as his dad, it would have been an interesting twist.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm in publishing.
Yeah, Godfather Claus. I could Godfather Christmas. I could watch that. That would be. I mean, unfortunately, he's gone, but James Gandolfini would have been amazing as Santa Claus as a mob boss. We're writing this movie. We are writing this movie. It's going to be out next year. I promise you, we're writing this movie.
You have to be careful with that because there are lots of diehard Christmas people that get their panties in a bunch whenever some type of Christmas movie is twisted into something nefarious. Like, what is the recent movie? It's a Wonderful Knife, I think, is the newest one.
Oh, okay.
I saw a clip on Fox News, and they were, of course, complaining about how Christmas is supposed to be about joy and happiness, and how dare someone turn something so pure into a horror slasher film. It's like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
the Bible's
Well,
kind of slasher.
yeah. I mean, but it's for different reasons. Like, if you wore a polyester blend, I can stone you to death. So there's that. But
Would make for that's not really a good movie.
I'm going to maintain that the greatest holiday Christmas movie is The Ref.
That's a good one. I did see that. That was a good Dennis Leary. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. And only because you mentioned it, Trey. The reference of Kevin Spacey in that movie with his mother. And when they're having the fight in the living room and he says, "Next time you feel unappreciated." You go up on that cross and I'll nail you to it. And that was one of the things I used to tell Russ all the time whenever he would say, "No one appreciates anything I do." Blah, 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 blah. And I would tell him, it's like, well, you know what? We actually do appreciate you coming off that cross and helping us out. We'll be good. He never knew how to take that because he was kind of blocked in either way. It's like, well, he really was in a rock and a hard place with that one.
That line and Dennis Leary's line when I cannot think of the female lead on that, but when she's rattling off all her stuff and he goes, "What are we, girlfriends?"
You know what this family needs? A mute.
So I was actually thinking at the roadshow about doing a interactive poll about the best Christmas movies, and I was thinking of doing one online, but I haven't had time with traveling and everything. Seeing what the Treehouse, listeners or Treehouse insiders, whatever we're calling everybody now, what the official holiday movie of the Treehouse should be. So it's like I was even considering, should Elf be in? I'm not Elf. Sorry, Trey. Should The Ref be in the consideration of that poll for everyone to vote on? Obviously, Die Hard is in there because I don't care what you say. That's a Christmas movie.
It is.
Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, The Ref. Elf has to be in there because it is a lot of people's favorite, and it's a newer classic.
Bad Santa.
Yeah. That's one I need to rewatch. It's been a while since I've seen Bad Santa.
I'm still stuck on I'm writing this movie in my head. I'm writing the mob Christmas movie. He's going to give you
is it God Claus or
Godfather Christmas? We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the name. It's a tentative working title.
Sure.
But it's the slogan is going to give you a present you can't refuse. Solid. I like it. It's just going to be murdering mayhem. Like, it's going to be fantastic. There's going to be deer. There's going to be like rabid deer. We'll figure it out. Reindeer's going to go Kringle. Don Kringle. Oh, there it is. See, and this is how it starts.
This is beautiful. Drop the gun. Take the candy cane. Telling you, we got to start up Treehouse Productions. We already did a blatant ripoff of Jaws with Jowls, the Halloween special. I don't see why we can't do a Godfather Christmas thing.
We're doing it. I'm gonna start writing it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna incorporate every mob movie. So, like, every mob movie ever made, there's gonna be a scene from those. It's gonna be fantastic. I've never been more excited for Christmas. As a Hindu,
it'll be fun too because, like The Irishman, De Niro's character, He says, I paint houses, which meant he painted houses with the brains and blood of people he killed or he whacked. You could still do that in the film, but instead, what he does is he walks behind, he walks up behind unsuspecting carolers and paints the houses.
Yeah, there you go. He's like, I'm a chimney sweep, and just throwing the bodies in the fireplace.
Stacking them up. Have an elf that goes, what do I look like, a clown? You think I'm a clown?
Am I funny
same size as Joe Pesci, anyways.
Yes, this is going to get so much money thrown at us. It's going to be fantastic.
All right, let's get to writing because I think we have plenty of time between now and next Christmas.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Four Christmases and a funeral.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This segment of the Treehouse brought to you by the Dallas Comedy Club, where tonight and tomorrow night you can see comedian Trix, Trixx, winner of a couple of comedy festivals. I've seen a few of his clips online. Very funny guy. So he is at the Dallas Comedy Club in Deep Ellum, the good part of Deep Ellum, tonight and tomorrow. For tickets, go to dallas-comedyclub.com. That's dallas-comedyclub.com. Even if you can't get into the show or you're just looking for a place to grab a quick drink or something, to out on the patio and enjoy the weather, you can do that at the Dallas Comedy Club. Funny happens here. dallas-comedyclub.com. Also brought to you by Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. 833-COOK-DFW for your free roof inspection. 833-COOK-DFW or the website cookdfw.com. Another couple of things to point out for the road show tomorrow at Shakerton's, 4 to 7 p.m. That's the Shakerton's Midtown location. That's on Knoll Road across the street from the Galleria. As Raj has scouted and reported back to us, plenty of parking, so good to go there. Also, mentioned earlier, we will have merch available. We'll have we'll have a couple of giveaways that we'll be doing. And also, in addition to the roast that will happen after the taping of the show, we will also be participating in Operation Santa for the Warren Center, which helps special needs children, children with special needs. No, I forget which way it's supposed to go, but you get what I mean. So we're asking you to please help us make a great Christmas for those in need, in this case, developmentally challenged children. I posted on social media if you need some ideas of gifts to bring. They have an Amazon wish list that I've posted, and you can check that out online or just search for the Warren Center, and then there are ways on there you can find their Amazon wish list. So I'll give you an idea of the kind of stuff that they want for these kiddos for Christmas.
Yeah, that was easy. That was so. I think I saw your wife posted it first before I saw yours, and I just went on there and I was like, "That's just so easy." And so I went ahead and knocked out a couple of things. So even if you can't make it to the event, you can go on the wish list thing. It's not like you have to bring it there, but you can go on the Amazon wish list, order it. It goes directly to them. It's really simple. It's really cool. Yeah, and it's really reasonably. Almost everything there is pretty reasonably priced. I think like from $10 to $30. Where most of the gifts were in between that range. So, yeah, very cool. I'm excited about that.
So I was traveling yesterday, coming to town for that road show on Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And coming from the islands, flying Spirit, you usually stop in one of two cities in Florida. One is one is Fort Lauderdale, right next to Miami, and the other one, less often but still happens on occasion, is Orlando. And while at the Orlando airport yesterday, I came this close to witnessing a Florida man news story. This stinking close. In the middle of the Orlando airport, there's like a atrium, and it has a big Christmas tree in the middle, and it's sort of like a wheel with spokes that come off of it. So in the center wheel, like where the hubcap would be, is the area where we were. That's sort of like the food court area. And then the spokes shoot off into the various terminals, right?
Mhm.
Well, we're trying to kill a little bit of time. We started walking down one of the spokes towards another terminal, and we didn't even make it halfway down that hallway before we stopped and said, I have not seen this in person, but I've seen it in print, and it starts with Florida man. Blah, 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 blah. So we turned around. So what I saw was a shirtless man getting into a verbal altercation with the handicapped special assistance wheelchair dude.
Nice. Mm.
I mean, the only thing missing was the actual action to turn that into a headline. It was right there. Right there.
Yeah, I just already like the fact that you can be shirtless in the Orlando airport. Like that, like that guy came prepared for the metal detector. Like he came, it's like, I got nothing on, buddy. And they let him through. That should let you know.
So here's what I
Florida's
think happened. So for some reason, I don't know if it's because if you're in enough fights, you know to remove your shirt so you don't get the hockey player treatment, where they pull it up over your head and then they punch you in the face a bunch because you can't see anything. Maybe that's why guys take off their shirts before they get into a fight. But I think that's what happened, because when we came across the scene, he was shirtless. But when everything calmed down, he was starting to put his shirt back on. So I don't know. You're right, Roy. He may have come in like that, and then he decided to wait to put his shirt on until he got through security or something. I don't know. But when we first saw him, he was shirtless and yelling at the wheelchair assistance dude. And the wheelchair assistance dude was yelling back. And you know who the hero of the day was? This little old lady. Not in the wheelchair, thank God, because that would have made it even better. But she also was part of the special assistance wheelchair team at the Orlando airport. And she basically grabbed the younger feller who was about to get into the fight with the shirtless Florida man and dragged him away.
Okay. I like the, in my head, the slogan outside the Orlando airport says, no shirt, no shoes, no problem. but God bless the older lady for, having a cooler head and getting the person away. Like, I just don't, I'm glad that's a happy ending for Florida. Like, that really, that's a happy ending of the story. Like,
I was stunned. Like, I actually told Tara, it's like, we need to walk away. This will be a news story tomorrow, and I'll be reading it.
Yeah, but
it's one of those few times where I could actually say, just like Brian Williams once did, and I was there.
Only you're telling the truth this time.
Yeah, I'd actually be factual.
Yeah, I like how there's. Yeah, go ahead, Trey.
It seems like it needs like a pet alligator and a bush light or something, really to give it the full essence of Florida.
Bush
if
light.
It makes you feel any better, about a half an hour before that, one of the handicapped special assistance wheelchair people was wheeling two older ladies down the terminal. And I guess he's right-handed, so the lady on his right wheelchair was going really well, and on his left, he ran her into the wall. It's one of those things where you have to stop and think, okay, do I want to stop and help, or is it better to pretend I saw nothing?
That's when you go up and try to help, and the guy's like, no, the one on the left's in coach. That's why.
That's just part of the Florida treatment.
She couldn't make it to Disneyland, so we're giving her the roller coaster treatment.
It's pretty bad. Even Florida wheelchair assistance gives rough rides. So anyway, I was this close to witnessing a Florida man news story in the flesh, and I gotta say, I was a little disappointed. I'm surprised no one called security. I was expecting just to see sheriff's deputies or city police, airport police, general security. I wanted to see that dude get tased. That would have made my holidays perfect.
Did you walk up closer? Yeah.
The cops, I mean, a shirtless guy, you think that's going to cause them to, put down their coffee and come running?
Yeah, I'm sure he was the airport security. Was the guy with no shirt on.
I didn't realize it was an HR issue that we were witnessing in the terminal.
He didn't get his holiday bonus. I don't expect anything less from like when you said Busch Light, Trey. I was like immediately. I was like, that's the official beer of Florida. Like when your governor's name is Ron. Like, I expect everybody in your airport to be shirtless. Like when your governor has a bro name, what's up, Ron? Like no,
Is that a bro name? I feel like
for Florida,
I feel like a bro name for him would just be DeSantis.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, like we can go by.
DeSantis.
His middle name is Dion. So
why is he not going by that?
Dion DeSantis? Like that's
I'm assuming his full name is Ronald Dion DeSantis.
That's right.
How do you not go by Dion DeSantis? You sound immediately cool.
I know, but then it won't match his face. So
you know what? You don't let anybody see him. You basically take the entire plot of Eddie Murphy's Distinguished Gentleman and you run on the name alone, and you never let anyone see him. So you get the quote unquote urban Democrat vote tricked into voting for a far right wing white dude.
Yeah, I like it. we got too many movies to write. So it'd be Busch Light, but it's just BUSH, right? Busch Light. I dig it. But if a crappy light beer was to ever become a state, it would be Florida. That's what it would be.
Florida just does something to people. I mean, even Bob Iger, who is generally respected as really a great CEO, like this week, he even, just floored out, and he just said one of the dumbest things ever. They were talking about the Marvels, it was a big box office bomb. And first Disney announced it. I mean, it's so bad. They're like, it's at the end of its run. We're no longer going to report box office sales.
Yeah.
Right? But then Iger goes, yeah, one of the problems was we didn't have enough executives on set. Didn't you oversee Star Wars, dickhead?
Honestly, that's spoken like a true CEO. You know what the answer to this company is? More executives. For this creative enterprise, what we need is a building full of suited up, wing-tipped MBA turds telling creatives how to do what they do.
Yes, and then we'll just call it iHeart.
I want it on the record. I didn't say that. But I laughed.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
No, it's just really bad stomach pains. Started feeling them yesterday. Got worse overnight.
Oh.
I've been chugging Pepto and chewing Gas X just because the part of the pain reminds me of when I ate an entire bag of frozen broccoli, and the gas pain that was released from eating too much broccoli was devastating.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
The bag of broccoli?
Yes.
Because it's basically calorie free. I can eat a whole thing. I eat a bunch of broccoli to fill up, and then you eat some other protein, and then you're good. You got a meal there.
Yeah. But just horrible, horrible gas.
Horrible gas.
Oh, is it happening right now?
That was one of those times where had it gotten just one tick worse, I would have said, take me to the hospital and have them like poke a hole in my tummy or something.
Hilarious. Okay.
It's pretty bad. I knew what it was. I knew it. I also Googled it to make sure, but I knew what it was.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, the pain was so bad, I didn't care what the what what the doctors and the nurses and whoever else would have said in the emergency room. I was like, I know it's gas, but it's bad and it hurts like hell. Knock me out or poke a hole in me, something to let this out.
Yeah.
So I've got kind of a similar pain right now, but it comes and goes. I haven't had the Sphinx, so that's good.
That is a good thing.
There was one point around 4:30 this morning I wasn't real sure. Like I thought I may have to.
Gotcha.
But it subsided.
Yeah, like when I had the parasite when I was in Mumbai, like there was no pain. It was constant release. And there was no hurting. It was just dehydration and couldn't hold anything down. So that was the only thing is first time I went to drink from a bottle of water and I immediately threw that up. I was like, okay, we're not going to be able to hold anything down, but there was no pain because I just saw you like double over just a second ago. And I was like, it's that bad. That's wild.
Is the pain on one side?
No, right now it's mainly lower. Last night, in the middle of the night, because that's part of the reason I'm so damn tired is because the last 2 nights I've gotten very little sleep. But last night was because of the stomach pain, and it was kind of all over. It was kind of high up on the right side, middle right side, down low. I'm not pulling a Mike McCarthy. I don't think it's appendicitis because I think that's a very localized pain.
Gallbladder?
It's actually not. It can actually be just to one side of your because you're saying it's low, but it's onto what? Because when you doubled over to one side to ease the pain.
That's because that's the side I've got room. If I go to the left, I'll smack my head on my Roadcaster or this desk.
Okay.
I'm already positioned this way. If I go this way, I'm going to tweak something else that doesn't need to be tweaked. And I don't know if it was because of the jerk chicken wrap I ate at the St. Thomas airport.
Okay. Start there. You don't start with tummy pain. You start with a jerk chicken wrap in an airport. That's where you like was gas station sushi not available? Like what are you doing? Like what is happening?
I've only eaten gas station sushi once and I was fine. But I had the jerk chicken wrap in St. Thomas and I felt fine. And it was and
how many hours after you ate it did you start feeling sick?
Like really bad around 8 to 12, somewhere in there.
That's a solid indication of food poisoning.
But then again, I mean, we were also killing time in the Orlando airport. So I don't know if there was something I got there.
What did you eat?
I got a thing.
What did you touch?
Did you touch the shirtless guy?
I did not get close enough to the Florida man to actually catch Florida man dysentery. Thank God. I mean, I did drink the water. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I know they say to be careful of that when you go to Mexico, but really, you got to watch out for that Florida water.
Well, Florida's the Mexico of the United States. Like, you can't trust that dirty water.
You mean the gator piss water?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So yeah,
I think you might have.
I'm not at 100%. That's the reason why, if you're wondering, there was no football show yesterday. It's because I got bad tummy pain.
I feel so bad for you, man. I don't know. Pedialyte? Are you doing any pickle juice to alleviate the cramping?
Pepto, Gas X, lots of water.
Okay. You might, because with that, there is a depletion of sodium, so you might want to get some pickle juice in you.
We had some Indian food for lunch, so I think my sodium level is
solid.
Yeah,
that's good. Where are you getting your Indian food from, buddy? Where do you order
our
from?
place in Irving.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
I know that's on your list of approved places.
It is very much so.
Yeah, we love that place. Shockingly, we decided to go there first before we got barbecue while in town.
Because when you come to Texas, you get the Indian food.
When you come to North Texas,
yes,
Irving,
for sure.
Plano, Las Colinas, which is where that place is. Yeah,
that's great. Okay, good. What's your go-to? Are you a chicken tikka masala guy? Is that what?
I like that. No, it's a buffet. We get a little bit of everything in this.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was just gonna break everybody's heart and let everybody know chicken tikka masala is not Indian, so it's Scottish.
No, I love the That's why at the Londoner they had it on the menu, and I was always confused. I thought it was just good old fashioned appropriation.
It is a combination of both.
Gotcha.
It's a combination of like, how do we give everybody a little piece of actual London Indian food? So, but it was developed by an Indian guy. It was originated in Glasgow. He just died a couple months ago. The founder of the creator of chicken tikka masala. But he used it for the marinade for the tandoori chicken, and he's like, I have to keep throwing this marinade out every
That
day.
makes
It's
sense,
all
'cause
this
now
yogurt.
tandoori chicken I love.
Yeah, so it's basically the same marinade, and then they just add a little heavy cream and some other spices to it, and it becomes chicken tikka masala. That's why it used to be like bright red, like tandoori chicken,
Gotcha.
because of the
Makes
food
sense.
coloring. Yeah. Okay. Good. So you get a little bit of everything. All right. You want to got a little
I do
Indian
know
buffet?
that there is other than some electrolytes and some sodium level type stuff. There is something else that'll make me feel a little bit better. Birthdays.
Other people's birthdays make you feel better. Okay.
They do, yeah. All right, today is, of course, Friday, December 8th. My God, December 8th. And birthdays today. Tanner Buchanan is 25. He plays Robbie Keene, Johnny's son, on Cobra Kai. Not sure if you guys have watched that series. We started watching it. We haven't finished it. I think part of the reason why is at a certain point you're like, are they ever going to call the police? Like, where's their school resource officer?
Yeah. It's the greatest show. It is the greatest show on television ever. And The Sopranos and then Cobra Kai. I heard Dead Tide. I'm gonna go with that. And then
that seems a bit extreme to me.
It's real. Like wait, what season are you in?
It's the season where I think we're like 1 or 2 episodes before the big All Valley Karate tournament.
Oh, it's about to get good. It's
all
the
right.
best.
Maybe just because of that, I'll go back and finish that season.
Yeah, it's the best show. And it's so brilliantly done. And who knew how great of an actor William Zabka really is? He's really, really talented. And this was
him. I loved him not only in the movies that he did in the 80s because he played a really good jerk.
Yeah.
But when he played himself on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal in that.
Yeah.
Other birthdays today. Yeah. Let's see here. Nicki Minaj is 41. Retired NFL quarterback Phillip Rivers is 42. He may be retired from football, but he's not retired from impregnating his wife. I think they're up to like 32 kids now. That would actually make just 15 more children, and he has a full dress roster for an NFL team. In reality, I think he's got
11, right?
Yeah, I was going to say 11 or 12. So yeah, one more, and he's got a full NBA roster.
Yeah, but that's what you're afforded that luxury when you have that much money. When you have, you know what I mean? Like if you're a quarterback,
I don't know if it's a religion thing or if it's just a whatever it is for him. I guess he just doesn't believe in contraception, and he certainly doesn't believe in pulling out.
Isn't he Mormon? I thought he was.
I don't know.
Because when I believe he is. I could be wrong, but yeah, he's got the 11 or 12 kids now. And that's just you need to leave that lady alone. That is enough.
No, he's actually he's the other side of the coin when it comes to have as many children as possible. He is hardcore Roman Catholic.
Well, that's what it is. Okay.
So that explains why he's not using contraception. He's certainly not pulling out.
And that explains why nobody's ever seen his wife in public.
You can't. She's always delivering a baby.
She's never upright.
No, she's not. Whether it's giving birth or making a new kid, she's never upright.
Yeah.
And it's sad too because look, I understand, you're trying to, make more children and, proliferate the way God said to do to some degree in the Bible as a Roman Catholic that Phillip Rivers is. But I think at the end of the day, it's because no one showed him videos of how much fun pulling out can be.
And also that the whole be fruitful thing in the Bible was when the earth had 9 people, and that's when you needed people to sustain. We have India has proven we have enough people. Like, when India hit 1.4 billion, they were like, when they literally cheered, they showed it on the Indian news, like, we beat China. I'm like, is this the race we want to win? Like not to the moon, not finding a cure for cancer, babies. Like that's what we want to win. And yeah, 1.4 billion and for the 0.4, Philip Rivers did. So we appreciate him.
It's nice of him to contribute.
He did a small tour of India, and then 400 million kids were born. He's his own sacred river.
It's like you go back to India for a comedy show or a tour. It's just going to have, you're going to be crossing the Philip River.
There's the Ganges and then the Philip.
Oh, God. Other birthdays today. Dominic Monaghan. He played Charlie on Lost and The Hobbit Merry in the Lord of the Rings movies. He is 47 today. From Slipknot and Stone Sour, Corey Taylor is 50. Terry Hatcher turns 59 today.
Wow.
Probably my favorite Lois Lane.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I liked her. I'm a big Erica Durant's fan. I liked her on Smallville.
I never watched that, so I really wouldn't know if that was high caliber as far as the Clark Kent and the Superman and the.
It's really good.
Lois Lane.
Michael Rosenbaum, who's most people don't realize is a stand-up comic, and not bald. He plays Lex Luthor, and he's excellent. So the whole
I've heard that about him in that role. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you get a chance to watch it, with your stomach pains, you're could be holed up for a bit. You can watch the Cobra Kai, finish that season, then watch Smallville.
I think if I watch too much more Cobra Kai, I will end up sphinxing in the tub. I think it'll be me sweeping my own leg. Right off the toilet.
Wipe off.
Look, I think that's 3 movies now we have to write from this show alone. Wipe on, wipe off. A Karate Kid saga film.
The Karate Kid Part Deuce.
Oh, God. We will see you tomorrow at Shakerton's, 4 to 7 p.m. off of Knoll Road in North Dallas, across the street from the Galleria. Just go to shakertons.com, click on the Midtown location, bring a toy for the Warren Center and their special needs kids, as well as merch that will be there. The roast of me. And it's be a nice festive Christmas party for all. Tomorrow, 4 to 7 p.m. for the Treehouse Podcast Roadshow Christmas Party. See you there.
See ya.
See ya.